a shocking crime has rocked one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in America. And it happened just minutes away from the mansion where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are raising their young family. Montecito, California, is often portrayed as a glittering paradise, home to Hollywood legends, billionaires, and royalty who seek refuge from the chaos of public life. But on a quiet Sunday morning, that illusion of safety shattered when a nearby home was broken into and ransacked, leaving residents rattled and questions swirling about just how secure this celebrity enclave really is. For Harry and Meghan, who left the United Kingdom in pursuit of freedom and privacy, Montecito was supposed to be their safe haven, the place where they could finally breathe without intrusion. Yet, with crime now striking practically on their doorstep, many are wondering, is their sanctuary as untouchable as it seems, or could danger be lurking closer than anyone imagined? In the early morning hours of July 20th, the calm streets of Montecito were shattered by a crime that sent a ripple of unease through the quiet, celebrity-filled neighborhood. According to reports from the Montecito Journal, a residence along Butterfly Lane was broken into and ransacked just before 8 a.m. The homeowner, returning to what they thought would be a normal, peaceful morning, instead walked into a scene of complete violation. Their private sanctuary had been turned upside down by intruders. Details reveal that the burglars left behind a trail of disturbance, with signs suggesting they were searching for valuables in a methodical yet hurried way. What makes the incident especially chilling is not only the nature of the break-in itself, but the timing. It occurred in broad daylight, hours when most people assume their homes are safest. The fact that such a bold crime took place in one of California's most exclusive enclaves, where high-profile figures invest millions to escape the chaos of the outside world, only adds to the gravity of the event. This wasn't just a petty burglary, it was a brazen intrusion that shook the illusion of safety that so many in Montecito cling to. And it would soon raise larger questions about how secure even the wealthiest residents truly are. What makes this case even more unsettling is not just the invasion itself, but the clues that investigators discovered once they arrived on the scene. According to the Montecito Journal, authorities quickly zeroed in on a crucial piece of potential evidence: a fingerprint that appeared to have been left behind on the rim of the home's safe keypad. This wasn't just a careless smudge. It was a latent print, the kind that crime scene specialists immediately recognize as a possible breakthrough in identifying a suspect. Investigators took no chances, carefully disconnecting the keypad and booking it into evidence for forensic testing. To residents of Montecito, this detail paints a picture that is both unnerving and oddly cinematic. Burglars prying into a safe, believing themselves to be invisible, only to possibly leave behind the one mistake that could unravel their plan. The discovery also suggests the intruders were targeting valuables rather than conducting a random break-in, pointing to either a carefully planned operation or at least an opportunistic strike with high-risk ambition. And yet, even with evidence secured, the question lingers. Was this a one-off crime? Or could it be part of a larger pattern threatening one of California's most prestigious communities? As authorities dig deeper, residents are left with the uncomfortable thought that someone bold enough to pull off a crime here might not stop at just one attempt. What truly pushed this incident into the spotlight, however, wasn't only the crime itself, but the chilling fact of just how close it happened to one of the most talked-about couples in the world. The break-in occurred less than 2 miles away from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's sprawling Montecito estate on Rockbridge Road, a mansion they purchased in 2020 as their personal sanctuary after stepping away from royal duties. For neighbors, this wasn't just another headline about crime in California. This was danger inching far too close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, whose lives have been marked by an ongoing struggle for privacy and security since the moment they left the UK. The idea that a bold burglary could unfold practically within their backyard has raised eyebrows, with many wondering whether Montecito, despite its multi-million-dollar estates and guarded exclusivity, can truly provide the kind of protection the couple sought when they relocated. After all, the Sussexes have already faced intrusions before, ranging from paparazzi helicopters flying overhead to reports of suspicious trespassers near their gates. Now, with a crime scene unfolding a short drive from their front door, the sense of vulnerability feels impossible to ignore. For Harry and Meghan, who have long claimed their move to Montecito was meant to give them the space to breathe and the security to raise their children in peace. This incident may serve as a stark reminder that danger doesn't always respect gates, wealth, or status. For years, Montecito has been painted as the ultimate safe haven for the rich and famous, a serene coastal town where celebrities trade the flashing cameras of Los Angeles for privacy and tranquility. It's the kind of place where sprawling estates are tucked behind manicured hedges, where Oprah Winfrey hosts intimate gatherings, and where Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry raise their family away from the chaos of Hollywood. To the outside world, Montecito represents exclusivity, wealth, and above all, safety. Yet the break-in on Butterfly Lane forces a different reality into the spotlight. No amount of wealth or prestige can fully insulate a community from crime. This is not the first time Montecito's glossy image has been shaken. In recent years, there have been reports of burglaries, prowlers, and even the occasional confrontation that locals would rather keep quiet. The presence of so many high-profile residents can ironically make the area a target, as criminals are well aware that behind those gated entrances lie millions in jewelry, art, and other valuables. And while private security patrols and police presence are common, the fact remains that Montecito is not a fortress. It's a neighborhood, and neighborhoods are never immune. The disconnect between Montecito's glamorous reputation and the unsettling truth that crime still creeps into its quiet streets is now impossible to ignore. For Harry and Meghan, who sought refuge here, the incident underscores that even in what appears to be paradise, security is always a fragile illusion. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle first set eyes on their Montecito mansion in 2020, they described it as the very embodiment of peace and freedom, a far cry from the intense scrutiny they faced in the United Kingdom. Purchased for $14.65 million, the sprawling 9-bedroom, 16-bathroom estate quickly became the crown jewel of their new life in California. With lush gardens, a pool, a tennis court, and a guest house, it wasn't just a home but a statement of independence, a sanctuary where they could raise their children away from the flashing cameras. Meghan even revealed in an interview with The Cut that they had done everything we could to get this house, describing the overwhelming sense of calm she felt upon stepping inside. Today, the property's value has soared to nearly double its purchase price, reflecting the exclusivity and demand of the Montecito area. But behind the grandeur, there's another layer of meaning. This estate symbolizes the life Harry and Meghan fought to create after cutting ties with the royal family, a life rooted in privacy and control over their own narrative. Yet, with crimes now happening within mere minutes of their gates, the question arises, can even a multi-million-dollar fortress shield them from the same vulnerabilities faced by ordinary families? The break-in nearby casts a shadow over their idyllic retreat, reminding the world that wealth can buy luxury, but it can't always guarantee security. Whenever a crime takes place so close to high-profile figures, speculation naturally follows. And in the case of Harry and Meghan, the concerns are amplified. For years, the couple has battled the constant fear that their safety, and that of their children, could be compromised by relentless media attention, invasive paparazzi, and even potential stalkers. Now, with a bold burglary unfolding practically in their neighborhood, questions are swirling about whether the Sussexes themselves could be potential targets. Security experts often warn that wealthy enclaves like Montecito can attract criminals specifically because of the high concentration of valuables, making residents a prime focus for break-ins or worse. The Sussexes are already no strangers to breaches of privacy. There have been reports of drones flying over their property, paparazzi photographers attempting to snap unauthorized pictures, and even past intrusions near their gates that forced them to tighten surveillance. Add to this the fact that Harry has been vocal about his struggles to secure adequate protection after stepping down as a senior royal, and the fear becomes more than speculation. It becomes a very real concern. The recent incident serves as a sobering reminder that for all their efforts to create a safe bubble, the couple may always remain a magnet for unwanted attention. And while authorities continue to investigate the Montecito break-in, the lingering question persists. If a neighbor's mansion can be infiltrated in broad daylight, just how secure can Harry and Meghan's fortress really be? The Montecito break-in may appear at first to be an isolated neighborhood crime, but when placed against the backdrop of Harry and Meghan's turbulent journey, it takes on a much larger meaning. Ever since the couple stepped away from royal duties and crossed the Atlantic in search of freedom, their every move has been scrutinized, debated, and often sensationalized. The mansion they purchased was meant to be a safe haven, a place to escape the heavy weight of royal expectations and public hostility. Yet with every intrusion, whether from paparazzi, unwanted drones, or now the looming threat of crime so close to home, the illusion of sanctuary seems to slip further away. The truth is, no matter how far they travel or how high the walls of their estate are built, Harry and Meghan remain figures of global fascination. And that fascination inevitably attracts both adoration and risk. To their critics, the incident feeds into ongoing debates about whether their attempt to build a private life in America has ever truly been achievable. To their supporters, it underscores the relentless challenges they face, even when trying to shield their children from the world's gaze. In many ways, this burglary near their mansion isn't just about crime in Montecito. It's a reminder of how fragile the Sussexes' pursuit of peace really is, and how danger, curiosity, and controversy always seem to find them no matter where they go. In the end, the Montecito break-in is more than just a headline about a bold burglary in an affluent neighborhood. It's a story that peels back the curtain on the reality of life for even the most privileged residents, reminding the world that safety is never absolute, no matter how high the walls or how famous the names behind them may be. For Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the incident strikes at the heart of their carefully built sanctuary, a place they believed would finally offer peace after years of turbulence. Instead, it highlights how vulnerable even a multi-million-dollar estate can feel when crime creeps so close to home. To the outside world, Montecito has long been synonymous with wealth, glamour, and exclusivity. But this event proves that those very qualities can draw danger rather than keep it away. As investigators work to trace the evidence left behind, the bigger question lingers. Can the Sussexes ever truly outrun the shadow of intrusion? Or will their search for freedom always be interrupted by forces beyond their control? Perhaps that is the irony of their story. The harder they fight to carve out a private existence, the more the world seems determined to remind them that fame and fortune come with a price. And as long as their lives remain at the center of public fascination, even behind the gates of Montecito, peace may always be just out of reach.